good, so good. We just worked that out on our last video, and it was so fun setting our first verse lines to music. Psalm 16 is full of inspiration for writing songs of worship, but it also has 3 important lessons for songwriters. We are going to share these insights with you in this video. Comment with the word song if you would like to learn more about key songwriting tips from Psalm 16.
There are 3 strong songwriting lessons you can take from Psalm 16 that translate directly into impactful worship writing. Number 1, start personal, not abstract. Psalm 16 opens with a direct, vulnerable cry. Keep me safe, my God. Don't begin with big theological statements. Start with your experience with God. Personal language draws people in, and how to apply it is to use I, me, and you instead of general ideas. Write from a real moment, fear, joy, need, or gratitude. Example shift, instead of God is our refuge, try I run to you when I'm afraid.
Wow, that's really good. You can hear emotion and, almost like action in that. But it's a lot like David's cry in that verse. I run to you when I'm afraid. That's very good. So the second key songwriting tip from Psalm 16 is this. You want to move from struggle to confidence. And you'll see this pattern in David's Psalms all the time. Right. He'll start with crying out to God, saying how terrible things are. My enemies are doing this, and I'm, so hurt, or I'm so angry, or, whatever the feelings he's expressing to God. And he'll get to a point eventually in the Psalm where he's like, you are my God. You always save me. You always rescue me. You care for me. And, he'll get to that place of confidence. So it's great if your song can follow this pattern.
Yes.
So the Psalm 16 progresses from needing protection to declaring trust and then celebrating joy and security. So that's a process that the psalmist is going through. And in this case, it was David writing this psalm. So that's a great progression of ideas for your song if you're writing directly from one of the Psalms. So the lesson we can learn from this is a great worship song takes listeners on a journey. It's not just in a single emotional snapshot. So how you can apply this is you can lay out your song this way. It's so great. Verse 1, you can express need or some kind of tension. There's a problem, or you're crying out to God because you're in distress or because you feel downhearted, whatever it is. Verse 2, you can express growing trust in the Lord. Your chorus can be a confident declaration. And then your bridge, if you want to write a bridge in your song, it can be a big picture truth. How about these themes? Hope, eternity, or victory. Wow. And I thought, if we get to victory in this song, we might have something to do with Jesus' victory over death and the triumph he had in the cross and his resurrection. I just thought that would be really amazing if we can bring that into the song. We'll see. We'll see what happens, right? So this progression keeps the song engaging and spiritually meaningful.
Yes. And the third thing we want to share with you is anchor emotion in clear imagery. Psalm 16 uses vivid phrases like portion in my cup in verse 5. Boundary lines have fallen in pleasant places in verse 6. Path of life in verse 11. Fullness of joy also in verse 11. The lesson we can learn from this is memorable songs use imagery, not just concepts. And how to apply? Turn ideas into pictures people can feel and see. Avoid vague phrases like you are good on its own. Pair truth with metaphor. For example, instead of you satisfy me, try you fill my cup until it overflows.
Whoa, I really like that. That's beautiful, Joseph. Yes, you can see how metaphors and using these beautiful imagery really transforms song lyrics into something memorable and beautiful. Yeah. So it's okay to start with a simple line like "You fill my cup," but go back over these song lines when you are writing and let the imagery in the psalm or let the metaphors or whatever type of literary device you see being used in the lines, let those help you take your lyric lines up to a different level. You can always improve. Of course, we don't want to be perfectionists, but if you feel like it's just kind of let's work on those lines some more and make them the best that they can be.
Right.
So in conclusion, you want to be personal in your worship song. It invites connection. If someone else is singing the song with you, or if you're leading worship with this song, you want people to be really instantly connecting with it. It also builds a journey, right, Joe? Mm-hmm. It keeps the listeners engaged. If the song is moving through a journey, and you may be starting with a problem or struggle, but then moving to some trusting in God, and then moving into confidence and declaring things. It takes all the worshipers that are worshiping with your song on that journey, and it's helping them get more engaged with the Lord, not just your song or the music. They're getting more engaged with God during this process, and that's awesome. And what's the last one, Joe?
Use imagery. It makes it memorable.
That's right. Amen.
If you would like to watch our process of writing a song from Psalm 16 from the beginning, check out this video.